David Grant. I'm a staff writer at the New Yorker magazine, and I just finished a piece on the process of authenticating artworks using fingerprints. Peter Paul Biro, who works out of Montreal, has a business that authenticates and evaluates artworks using methods of forensic science that evoke CSI and Sherlock Holmes. He looks for an artist's fingerprint in an artwork, and he tries to match that fingerprint to another fingerprint in an undisputed work by the artist. His father, Geza Biro, was a very talented and very skilled painter. He had a gallery and also a restoration business, and the two sons, Laszlo and Peter Paul Biro, grew up in that, and they started when they were very young as teenagers working in conservation and restoration with their father. And then as time went on, Peter Paul Biro began the process of authenticating artworks. The Bella Principessa is a drawing that has been attributed to the hand of Leonardo da Vinci. There is this great debate about this mysterious drawing, where it came from, what is its history. And what's important to know is that there's a lot at stake in this, both in terms of money, we're talking about unbelievable amounts, but also in terms of our understanding of art and our history. In the case of the Bella Principessa, there was a fingerprint found, impressed into it. And you can see it looks almost like a smudge. Using various digital techniques of enhancements, he says he was able to eventually develop this print and find enough detail for a comparison. He then used an undisputed Leonardo, the St. Jerome, which is in the Vatican. And in that print, there is a clear fingerprint. And so he takes these images and he tries to present scientific evidence that this painting, yes, was touched by the same hand of the artist. And so if he is able to do this, it's extraordinarily powerful evidence. But during the course of my investigation, I began to uncover questions from people who had had dealings with him during the 1980s and into the early 1990s. There were several civil lawsuits filed against Peter Paul Biro and his family business, and some of those cases involved allegations of the business selling artworks of questionable authenticity. During my investigation, several people raised questions about the reliability and the scrupulousness of Biro's methodology.
There's actually two of them down here.
Pat Wertheim, who is one of the few experts in the world in forged and fabricated fingerprints, examined a painting that Biro had claimed was a Pollock painting. He determined that the way the fingerprints were impressed or put onto the back of this canvas, they had various irregularities.
This is a reproduction of this.
The thing about fingerprints is you almost never leave the exact same fingerprint twice because of the way you press your finger down and the elasticity of skin. And when Wertheim looked at these prints, they were so similar. Two of them were almost, he said, virtual overlays of each other. And Wertheim told me that these fingerprints screamed forgeries. Now, it's very important to say that Peter Paul Biro vehemently denies this. He says that he never forged a fingerprint and that Wertheim is wrong in his conclusions. He did at one point say, it is possible that they are forged, but even if they are, why is everybody after me?